I'm Evelyn, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So while we are warming up before the release of Cottage Living, I felt like doing a base game build. So that's what we're doing today. A major, large, huge base game build. And I hope you guys are excited for it. But before we get into it, before we get into the build, I would like to say a massive thank you to Disney Emoji Blitz for sponsoring today's video. You can download the game by clicking on the link at the top of the description box or the one in the pinned comment, but I highly suggest that you stick around and listen for a little bit because as you might have noticed, we are doing a giveaway currently, and I'm gonna explain to you how you can join the giveaway, so definitely just, hang around for a bit and listen. Disney Emoji Blitz is unlike any other match 3 game on the market because each emoji that you choose to play with has its own unique power. So it's both a strategic game and a challenging game, and since it is Disney themed, it is so cute. My own favorite emoji to use is the Mad Hatter because he's both ginger like me, he loves tea, all the good stuff. We have so many things in common. But anyway, not important. His unique power is awesome. He gets stuff done, I tell you. If you're big on collecting in games just like I am, you will love Disney Emoji Blitz because they add new emojis from both Disney, Pixar, and Star Wars movies every single week. Plus, you can collect emojis from different categories such as silver, gold, rainbow exclusive, as well as story and villain emojis. And all emojis that you gather in game are collected on a special keyboard, so you can actually use them to send them to your friends and family as well, which is so cute. To get you started on your emoji collection, 3 of you will actually be able to win the Princess Starter Pack, which includes the emojis Meg, Aurora, Cinderella, and Tiana by using my link at the top of the description box or the one in the pinned comment. And in addition, the link also works as a creator code, which means that all money that you spend in game will actually help support me and the channel. And lastly, if you want to join the giveaway that is currently running here on the channel, where I'm giving away 2 packs to 2 people, so 1 pack each, all you gotta do is download Disney Emoji Blitz by using my link, then hit level 20, take a screenshot and send it to me in a DM on either Twitter or Instagram, and if you're already above level 20, you can still join. All you gotta do then is take a before and after screenshot of yourself increasing by 5 levels. So say that you're level 26 now, you take a screenshot, get to level 31, take another screenshot, and then send me both the screenshots, 2 screenshots. And that is all you gotta do to join the giveaway. I will be announcing the winners over on the community tab in 2 weeks from now, and also if you don't follow me on my socials, by the way, so you're not sure where to send the DMs, my socials are always linked in the description box. And yeah, I wish you all good luck. So thank you again so much to Disney Emoji Blitz for sponsoring today's video, and now let's get into this base game build, shall we? So let's get into this base game build voiceover. So I did actually use, this is fully base game, promise, but I did use the holiday update, which I would consider base game because you can download it for free on Origin if you haven't done that already. What are you doing? Go download it. It actually comes with a lot of fully, some amazing items, so definitely highly recommend that you do go download it off Origin completely free, and they update it once a year as well. They haven't updated it this year yet. Don't remember what we got the last time they updated it, but it's like a pack they continuously add on to, but it's completely free. It's awesome. You should go download it if you haven't already. But other than that, promise, fully base game, and it is for 2 parents, a teen, 2 kids, and a toddler. I think I started building this on a 30 by 20, but then I moved it over to a 40 by 30 because the house actually turned out too big. Plus, I really wanted there to be a garage as well, and as you can probably tell right now, well, now it's too late. But anyway, as you could probably tell before, I didn't really have a lot of place left on the sides of the house, so I just kind of moved it over here just so I could add the garage anyway. The backyard, though, when you're building a 30 by 20 versus a 40 by 30, suddenly you have a lot more space. And I was a little bit worried about the backyard, but I did manage to figure it out in the end. So I actually really liked how this backyard turned out. I feel like it was a mess when I was building on it, but then when I went back the next day to take screenshots of it, I was looking at it from above and was like, this actually has a nice flow to it. So yeah, I hope you guys will like it too. It's not often that I'm like, this looks nice, but I feel like this backyard worked out very well. And please keep in mind that this is literally just base game, so we don't have a whole lot of different items to choose from either. So yeah, I feel like whenever I do a base game, just because I don't like the traditional look, the traditional furniture that we have in the game, it's just not my style. I don't know what it is, but that those items and myself, we don't get along too well. So I tend to not really use them that much, and today's build is definitely not an exception to that, and that's why I feel like whenever I do base game builds, they often end up looking a lot alike. Like, I've been using Sam's items a lot. Hey Harry, her pieces that were added to the base game, I use those a lot when I do base game builds. Actually, I use those a lot when I don't do base game builds, but they're just so nice. They don't look base game, if you get what I mean, because by now we're like 7 years into The Sims, so you know, the textures are outdated, and I don't know, I wish they'd kind of give like base game an overhaul, if you will, or something. I feel like I have said that a couple of times before, but it's about time. I don't think they're gonna do it because it would take a lot of resources and a lot of time that they would actually have to spend on something else, because it would have to be a free update, obviously. But as long as they continuously add on more stuff to base game and update the holiday update, I mean, can't really complain too much. So yeah, as long as it doesn't turn into like a Skyrim situation, which has that game has been out for 10 years now. How many times have they remastered it? You know, there's not a big difference between 7 and 10 years, I feel. So we're almost at that point. Like, Sims 4 is almost as old as Skyrim. And how many times have they remastered Skyrim? However, you do have to buy a new purchase a new copy every time that they remaster it. So I'm okay with them not doing that for The Sims, okay? I could totally imagine the community uproar. How do you say that? Uproar? That sounds so weird. The community... What is the word that I'm looking for? Demonstrations? You guys know what I mean. So if they like ended up remastering The Sims 4 and then putting it out there, but you had to repurchase it, I could totally imagine people having a negative reaction to that. So even though, you know, other games do it all the time, but I just feel like that would be something that would happen. So I'm kind of hoping that they wouldn't do something like that, but just like do like a small overhaul of the textures or something. That would be nice, but it's probably not going to happen. Anyway, let's move on to talking about something else. I figured it would be a good time to do a base game build now because there is another expansion pack. There's a new expansion pack coming out in a couple of weeks from now. 2 to 3 weeks, something like that. So I don't know what date it is when this video is going up, just so you guys know. If there's been any teasers for anything else, I have literally no clue. But there's a new pack coming out sometime within the next 3 weeks or so. So I figured it would be a good time to do a base game build because when that pack comes out, I'm most likely going to focus on it. So far, we know that it's cottage living and it looks so cute. I'm looking forward to it so much. You guys know that I love to build cottages as well, even though I have like 2 different styles. I like rustic cottage, maybe some craftsman as well, which I know are 2 completely different styles as well, but then I also like the more mid-century modern or Scandi modern, that kind of style. So I don't know what it is. It's good to like different things, so I'm not gonna question it too much, but yeah, I definitely love a good cottage. I feel like I've done weeks, like build weeks, where I've literally just done cottages and I've been completely okay with it. I just like the building in Windenburg in the upper left corner of the Windenburg map. Oh, that is just such a good area to build in. So I'm hoping that the new world is going to be a little bit like that. At least one part of the world is going to be like that, because foresty areas are just so cozy. So yeah, I'm looking forward to having a closer look on the pack at some point. I don't know when, but at some point. They better have made it like super cottagecore and super cute with some grandma vibes as well, because we love those grandma vibes. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. But so far, right now when I'm doing this voiceover, I don't actually know much other than what we've seen in the trailer, so yeah. I've always been really bad at talking about exteriors when I'm doing voiceovers. It's just because I don't really think when I do exteriors. I just kind of, it's like my brain just shuts off. It's probably not good, but it just kind of, my brain shuts off and I just plays down a lot of things. Sure, I'll make corrections here and there, because then I start thinking like, this doesn't really look good, so let's just take off a square here or remove this bush or whatever, but normally I don't actually think about it too much, I just kind of do, so I never really know what to say when I'm doing exteriors. One note that I have though is I wish they would add more brick colors to the brick that I'm using on the middle part of the house, and also I wish they would add more colors again to the wood siding, the base game wood siding. I like the thin one better than the thick one, I think. There was actually a super annoying thing about the columns. They still haven't fixed the, like, there's a nice green wallpaper, the base game wallpaper, but it doesn't come in a version without the columns, and I don't understand why they haven't fixed that. It only comes in a version with columns, and I hate the columns. So that was a little bit, because I didn't really know what kind of color scheme I wanted to go for the exterior, so I was just playing around for a while. I think I might have cut some of it out, but I'm not really sure if I did. I think I might actually have accidentally not recorded it, which is also why suddenly there was terrain paint on the ground and stuff. My bad, I just forgot to, actually I think I accidentally hit stop record. That happens sometimes. I'm clumsy. It is what it is. I was really missing the different color swatches that came with the wood siding from Spa Day, even though I think you're supposed to use that one on interiors more than exteriors, but because it's just like, it's very nice and clean, so it looks like something that hadn't really been weathered or whatever. But with this being a base game build, obviously I did not have access to it, so unfortunately, you know, it is what it is, but I did realize that I'm kind of missing some more colors, because there's a lot of the colors of that wood siding that I don't really like that much. I'm very picky, apparently, when it comes to color schemes for exteriors. I did not realize. Do you guys have a thing with the, because I don't want to build blue Suburbans, for example. I feel like it's too generic in the simming community to build blue Suburbans, but also I don't like red houses either. This is why I want the green color, but it's not available. And also, like, the yellow is a little bit too yellow, the orange is too orange, there's a purple one that's too purple. You get what I mean by now? So the rest of the colors are basically just like blue, white, or blue, I meant white, gray, I don't know why I said blue, white, gray, and then brown and beige, and that's basically it. So we need more colors of that that wallpaper. Also, I don't mean any offense to people who build blue Suburbans, by the way. It's just that I see a lot of them, so I don't want to build blue Suburbans myself, is my point. So don't take offense. Please don't take offense. It was not meant as a mean comment in any way. I just want to point that out. To me, a blue Suburban in The Sims is basically the same as a white house in real life. There are way too many of them, so I just want to do something else. I just want to play around with the color scheme. Maybe I should build a blue Suburban. I feel like it's been a while. I don't know. Anyway. Or maybe I should build a solid color, or do like a solid color build challenge and just do red. I feel like, have I done that before? I don't think so. I know that I've actually done blue, and is that it? Have I only done blue? I feel like I've done 2 versions, but I don't remember the second one. And also, it's such a long time ago. I've had this channel for over 4 years now. Like, what happened? It's almost half a decade. What in the world? I've been thinking about that a lot lately, and I can't not think about it anyway. I'm so old, it's fine, whatever. Have any of you guys actually been here since 2017? I would love to know. I feel like there should be like a feature, there is a feature here on The Sims, or on The Sims. I can't. In the Creator Studio, when you go through comments, I don't know if it's actually showing in the comment section right now under the videos, but in the Creator Studio, when you go through comments and you can reply to people and pin comments and love comments, like comments, so on and so on, I can see there's like a badge next to some people that will tell me how long they've been subscribed. So it could be for a couple of months, or sometimes I see 1 year, sometimes I see 2 years, but it's not that common. So if you guys have been subscribed for a longer time, let me know. If you're new to the channel as well, let me know. I don't know. I would love to know, because it doesn't say, like, it doesn't tell. There's not a badge next to everyone, and I don't understand. It would be so cool if there was a badge next to everyone, but I think it's because I can't see it on the profiles where they have their subscriptions private. So, you know, it is what it is. It's your decision, of course. I mean, I'm not gonna, what's it called? I'm not gonna guilt trip you for doing that, don't worry. But I would love to know, like, if you are willing to tell me, let me know, because I'm very, very curious. It's because I've been doing videos or making videos for 4 years, and now I'm just, I don't know, time flies by. What happened? What happened with time? I have no idea. This living room right here was annoying me so much because the door placement, I placed the couch right in front of the door, but I really wanted there to be a couch on that side of the room so that you could sit down on the couch and then look directly at the TV. At some point, I was playing around with the idea of moving the corner, like moving the whole TV and the couches and everything over to further into the room, basically, so that one half of the room... Did you just hear my shoulder crack? Whatever. Okay, so like one side of the room would be for the TV, and then you could have other stuff in the other side of the room, but it just, I don't know, the exterior of the house just screamed a central staged, I don't actually know how to phrase that, but a central staged living room, so like everything is just centered in the middle of the room. Does that make sense? I don't know if it does, but I hope it does. This is basically my way of saying that I feel like the exterior of the house screams fancy people to me. Not that I think the house is super beautiful or anything, it's just because it looks like where I'm from, it would probably, you wouldn't find houses like that here. Like, let's be real. But if you saw a house this size in Denmark, it would be very, very expensive. So fancy people would live there. And that's because the house is so big. Houses here are not this big, so yeah, I feel like they would have like a center staged, a center focused living room, so everything would just be in the center of the room. Anyway, moving on, because I don't know how to explain that. One thing I always fear when it comes to making base game builds is the lack of pictures, the lack of good pictures, because especially when you choose to not go for the traditional style of furniture, there's not a lot of pictures. This picture right here would have been perfect for the parents' bedroom, but it didn't come in the right color. It was red. Why does it not come in different colors? Why is it only red? You know, it just... I wish it came in like a blue or a beige kind of color story, or maybe even yellow-green or something, but no. It only comes in red. I really should get some CC or something. Then it wouldn't be a base game build. I don't really know what to do about that. I kind of sometimes actually do feel like just going ham on downloading CC. I know this is totally controversial, but I do sometimes feel like going ham on downloading CC and then going ham with the CC in the game, but I don't know if you guys would like that. Maybe just like a couple of builds or something. I wouldn't even know where to begin with downloading, so... But anyway, if that is something you want to see, let me know. Especially here before the next pack comes out. You know, we got some time to kill. So, I mean, some time to unlive. Sorry, YouTube, please don't demonetize me. Actually, is that how they say it? Unalive? Unlive? I don't know how to say it anymore, but still, YouTube, don't demonetize me. So anyway, but yeah, if that's something you want to see here before Cottage Living comes out, let me know, because... I don't know, we got some time to kill. So, I mean, unalive. I'm so sorry. Okay, moving on before I say it again. So we are working on the teen's bedroom first. Still, I'm severely lacking items in this build. There's just not. When you have all the packs, and you like strip them away from you, just take them away. Just pretend you don't have them anymore. And then I should really raise those windows up a little bit, shouldn't I? I should have done that, because they're just placed so weirdly on that wall. Anyway. When you have all the packs and you're just suddenly you don't have them anymore, there's not a whole lot of items to choose from. I commend everyone who only has base game. You are brave, or maybe the packs are just slightly expensive, and I totally understand that as well. If you're interested though, you know, I did mention a giveaway at the start of the video, so if you only have base game but it's not by choice, definitely join that giveaway. I actually love doing these. They're almost monthly right now, so, and it basically, I can take some of the sponsorship money and give it back to you guys as well, so yeah. I think I'm definitely gonna continue doing those, so, and does this one include Cottage Living? I'm not sure. When does it end? I think this giveaway ends on the 15th, so it will not include Cottage Living, but the next one definitely will. This one does include Dream Home Decorator though, so if you're missing that pack, you know, go join the giveaway. But the next giveaway that we're doing here on the channel, I don't know when that will be, but the next one, because there will be more, we'll definitely include cottage living. So anyway, we are working on the kids' bedroom. I feel like this corner over here with the desks are there's a little bit much going on. Like the tables are taking up a lot of space. Definitely could have used the space, but then again, I don't really have a lot of items to use either, so maybe not. You know, they have basically what they should need. I hope they can access that plushie, the unicorn one, but unfortunately, I don't playtest my builds with kids or toddlers in them. So I only have, which household am I using right now? I think I'm using my sim self actually. So the adults can't actually playtest the plushies, unfortunately, so I hope it works, but if it doesn't, I'm terribly sorry. It would be because the dollhouse is in the way, but it should work. If it doesn't though, it's because of the dollhouse. I can speak today, it's fine. Everything's going smoothly. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Other than that, I think everything should be fine in this build actually, so. And this is the last one of the bedrooms that we are doing. It's the one for the toddler, and I definitely went for a very sweet kind of color scheme in here. So everything's either purple or pink or just like this, I don't know what you call that, magenta or something. I don't really know, like a dark, warm-toned pink, which doesn't make sense because pink is not dark, but hopefully you can see it on the curtain. I know that the color scheme is a little bit all over the place because the bed swatch doesn't really fit with the rest of it, but I tried to tie it in by adding the cool toned rug and also making the walls more cool toned as well. So there's a couple of warmer toned pink items, and then we got the more like lavender kind of color that ties in with the more cool toned kind of items as well. Am I making sense right now? I hope I am. I feel like whenever I say am I making sense, someone will tell me in the comments, stop asking if you're making sense because you are making perfect sense. But I feel like I don't know. I've had traumatic pasts or traumatic experiences in the past with like school assignments and presentations and stuff, so I don't know. I have actual performance anxiety, so when I have to talk in front of or just like stand on a stage and sing, even if it's just in front of my family. I love to sing, by the way, but I cannot do it if they're looking at me. I just can't. I've been singing my whole life, but I can't sing if my family is looking at me. So presentations in school sucked. I know that everyone will agree, or if you don't agree, congratulations, you nailed life, and you nailed life. You nailed life. Okay, congratulations. But I feel like the vast majority of you guys will probably agree. I have a thing where like my vocal cords tense up, so I just can't. I can't relax, which is why it sounds terrible if I'm singing in front of people because my vocal cords just will not relax. I can't breathe. I black out during presentations. I black out when standing on a stage. It's awful. I feel like at some point towards like end of like high school, I kind of got it under control, but I cannot even imagine what it would be like now after having lived as a recluse, or however you pronounce that word, for I don't know how long. I do not see people enough. So anyway, yeah, that's TMI for you guys. You're welcome. Performance anxiety just sucks, but it's only when like standing on a stage or doing a presentation or throwing a speech or just anything where there's a group of people looking at you. Other than that, I don't fear meeting new people. I don't connect anxiety with that at all, but it's just the performance anxiety part, like that part of it, that's terrible. So I don't know, I feel like there's different kinds of anxiety, right? So yeah, I'm not really one to talk about anxiety much because I don't have general anxiety. So I was just reminded of school presentations that my stomach just kind of started turning. So had to get that out there. But anyway, let me know about your school experiences. Is it relatable to you in any way? Let me know in the comment section down below. I think we are closing in on the end. Is that how you say that? I don't know. We're getting close to the end of this video, so I'm gonna wrap up this voiceover now. If you guys like this build, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelynYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Avelyn or AvelynYT. And as always, the tray files will be on my Patreon, which will be linked to in the description box down below. If you like Roblox videos, check out my Roblox channel. If you like lifestyle videos, check out my lifestyle channel. Both channels will be linked to in the description box as well. And if you want to, join the giveaway, definitely go ahead. I explained how you can join it at the start of the video. It's super easy, but just to recap a little bit, download Disneymoji Blitz by clicking on the link in the description box or the one in the pinned comment, then hit level 20, take a screenshot, send it to me in a DM on either Instagram or Twitter. You can find those socials linked in the description box as well. And don't worry, if you're above level 20, you can still join. You do that by taking a screenshot of whichever level you are right now. So say that you're level 26, you take a screenshot, then gain 5 levels, so hit level 31, take another screenshot, and then send both of the screenshots to me. I hope that made sense. I hope that was clear. Dream Home Decorator is the part of this giveaway. It is worldwide and it includes both PC and console players for those of you who were worried about that the last time. And yeah, also because I got a comment at some point from someone saying that it wasn't worldwide, which it is. I don't know, when did I say that it wasn't worldwide? I'm very confused. Anyway, it is, so everyone can join. Literally everyone can join. So yeah, I wish you all good luck, and that's about all I got for you guys today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye. I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's in your smile and in your feet. It's high and low and in between. And I am glad to let you know, but only if you give me a kiss. Yeah, it's no secret at all. It's so obvious to all of us. Yeah, you're perfect, from the way you laugh to the way you behave when you're mad. So perfect, when I see you dance, spin my world around and around. Ooh, I know that you're worth it. Ooh, 'cause girl, you're perfect, amazing. That I'm kissing you, it's not what you expect from someone so perfect. When we go out, it's always fun. You pick me up when